everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you came by today and I have some cute DIYs to show you, so let's get started. Alright, for this DIY, we are going to take 3 of this 12-inch by 1x6. It's just a 1x6 board that I got at the hardware store, and I just, as mentioned before, I usually keep these 1x handy because I work with them all the time. So I just cut off 4 pieces that are 12 inches long using my miter saw, and I'm just going to sand down the edges a little bit so that there are no splinters. Once everything was nicely smooth, I am going to stain them all using what is this one? Oh, Waverly antiquing wax, and I'm just going to wipe it on and wipe off any excess and then let them dry. What we're going to make here is just a very trendy, very cute looking boxed decor. So what I'm going to do, once they were all dry, I'm going to take one of the boards and I'm just going to place a ruler here, a square. Then I'm going to mark 3 spots 3 inches apart. Then I'm going to use my drill and I'm just going to drill in a hole right on those spots. This is where we're going to, in a little bit, thread some jute twine so we can hang some vases. After the holes were made, I'm just going to lightly sand over them because they do get a little splintery once you drill them. Now I'm going to take some wood glue and my brad nailer, and I'm just going to start creating this box. So I'm just going to start placing it on the edge of each other and then brad nailing 3 nails right on top. So the key here is to make a simple box the same size. So I'm not going to put them, I'm not going to make, if you put this on the outside of that board that you saw me there, you're going to have more of a rectangle. I want this to be really square. So because the boards are all the same size, I am going to start placing them all kind of like underneath each other. I hope that makes sense. Obviously, if you do not have a brad nail gun, you can always just use a regular hammer and nail, and it should work perfectly fine because it's not going to have a lot of weight. This is going to be a decorative piece. So once I had everything done, now it's time to take this little bud vases that I get at a Target dollar spot. They are $3 for 3 of them. I think they're super cute, and I'm just going to take some jute twine and I'm going to start just tying them and threading them on the box. So basically what we're doing here, we're just going to hang these little bud vases right off of this box. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making a knot. Now the jute twine is a little bit on the thin side because I wanted them to be not too thick. So I am going to pretty much double and triple and quadruple knots until they do not go through the hole. And then once I have them all hanging, I'm just going to start tying the bud vases all in different lengths. So I want them all to kind of have or fall at a different level. Once I have them where I want them, I'm just going to cut the excess jute twine, add a few little flowers, and that's it. How easy is this decor? You could actually make this as big as little as you want. This could be like a longer box and you can have as many vases as you want. I think that'd be really cool for like a long table. I think that'd be so cool. But anyways, I love the way this one turned out. So inexpensive to make and so easy too. So one of my favorites today. Love, love, love it. If you're visiting for the first time, guys, my name is Leonette, and this channel is all about DIY home decor, furniture flips, thrift or finds. I'd love to connect with you here, join our family. I also have an Instagram account that I post daily, multiple times a day, different behind the scenes look. Also, I share like hauls that I do when I go to the thrift store or the hardware store, and I'd love to connect with you there. I do have the link down below in the description box. All right, guys, so for this DIY, I am going to start here with this very old 4x4. You can tell it's old. It's been here in our garage for a while. Before I dust it and sand it down just a little bit, I am going to cut the edges, the ends, because they're not very straight. I don't know if you can see it. They're just a little bit of an angle. And then this set is just a mess. It has like this here. Not sure what's going on there. But I'm going to use here my miter saw and then cut just a little bit on each end just so that it is straight. And then I'll tell you how long it is. But this is just how I found it. So I'm just going to make those cuts and then let you know. All right, so now that I have it nicely cut, you can see there the edges. It is right about 11.5, maybe a little bit over in length. So now I'm going to take my square again. I'm just going to mark the center here, and I'm just going to start using one of my spade blades, and I am going to start going to town here with this one. I'm just going to start drilling into right in the center. It looks like it's going in slow motion, but seriously, guys, this is in real time. It's so weird. As I was editing, I was like, oh my God, that looks like I'm going in slow motion. But no, it's in real time. So I'm going to just start drilling, keep going at it. I'm using this pencil just to kind of mark where it's at. And then I'm going to measure with the ruler here how long the first hole went so that I can then mark that on my spade blade because I want the two other holes to have the same depth. Hope that makes sense. So now it's time to start making the other two holes, and it's really easy. It's really messy, but as long as you have protective gear, like I have my protective goggles and a face mask, you'll be all set. Just make sure you hold on to that piece of wood. But it's so fun working with tools. As a matter of fact, on my Instagram channel, or my Instagram page, I just recently posted a special on my 3 most essential tools to use. So check it out. I will have my Instagram channel linked down below. All right, so now that the holes are made, I'm just going to smooth everything out using my palm sander here and a 150 grit sandpaper. I dusted it really well, and I'm just going to stain it kind of like a rough stain. I'm not looking for perfection because the board is so rough and has so much character. I want this to still have that rustic look. So I'm just going to stain it all over the place, let it dry. I'm going to add a few little flowers here that I found at a thrift store several years ago. And look how cute this looks. If this isn't one of the easiest DIYs ever, I don't know what is. So easy. I know it requires a spade blade to do this, but if you have one at home, I say this is a great project to start getting used to using that tool. So speaking on Instagram, my friends and I also host a DIY craft tour every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we post one of our crafts or multiple. We provide the script that you can use, and it's just a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of crafters, and you don't have to do anything but basically post a picture or multiple pictures of some crafts that you're working on. Like I said, we provide you the script on what to post with that picture, and it's on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. If you're interested in joining this tour, let me know in the comments and we'll add you to a chat group. All right, for this next DIY, I'm going to take this piece of paneling that was out of a scrap wood area at the hardware store. You could tell that it's in really bad shape. That back portion you can see there is so chipped. I contemplated, cutting it into a smaller piece, and then I said, you know what? No, let's keep it that size. And I'm just going to use some of these painter sticks. These are the thicker kind, and I cut off the rounded area, and now I'm just going to start measuring and hot gluing and stapling all around to cover up that really chippy, uneven edge. And then we are going, once I have everything put together and framed, I am going to stain it using the Waverly wax, antiquing wax. That way everything's going to be cohesive today. If I want all the projects today to kind of have look like they belong together. Once I applied the antiquing wax using a chippy brush, now I'm just going to use a small little rag and wipe off the excess and then let it fully dry. While that's drying, I'm going to take one of these super large flower pots from the Dollar Tree. I measured the board that I'm working on, and it was about 11.5 inches inside the frame. So I marked 11 inches apart, 2 marks on the rim of this flower pot, and then I made 2 vertical lines going straight down. I'm going to use these shears that I actually have on my Amazon store. A lot of the supplies, tools, paint that I use on my projects and my videos, I do have on my Amazon store. If you have not checked it out, I do have it down in the description box. So check it out. Once I'm cutting right down the flower pot using the shears, I'm going to have just like a piece, like you can see here, just a piece from the flower pot. And I'm going to give it 2 coats of chalk paint and let it fully dry. So what I didn't get on camera, which I don't know what happened, is that I added these strips, which are like something like these. These are bamboo little flat dowels that I get on Amazon, and they're kind of flexible. So, I mean, not flexible like wire, but flexible where they bend a little bit. And then I just placed them on the sides with hot glue to hold the pot in place. So I kind of squished the pot a little bit this way, and then I secured it with hot glue and some brad nails. And then I'm going to fill in those little holes here with some spackle, just so that it has a finished look. See, like right there, I just want everything to look finished. But not sure what happened with the footage, but that's what I did. And then now I'm gonna spackle that in. So as I mentioned there, I'm so sorry that I don't know where that clip went. But nonetheless, I wanted to show you what the end result looked like. So I'm using here some, not spackle, this is caulk from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to just squeeze some right onto the edge there. And then using my finger, I'm going to wipe off the excess. And that just gives it a nice, complete finish. And then I'm going to touch it up with some white chalk paint. That way it looks the same tone. And I did that on the other side. And that's it, guys. I placed some daisies that I recently got at the Dollar Tree, and look how cute this looks. I love that flower pot. There's a lot of texture to it still because you can see it right from the flower pot, but I just think it looks wonderful. I love the simplicity of it, and you can change the flowers to any seasonal flowers, and I think it's perfect. My friends, it is a new month, which means we are giving away a brand new item. And this month's giveaway is a crafting supplies tote bag. Just the tote bag though, not the supplies. If you want to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is watch and comment. And any comments made in July of 2021 will be entered for the giveaway. Alright, so if you followed me for a while, you know that every so often I like to create my own artwork. I am not an artist by all means, but I do like to paint and draw and just sometimes just go out of my comfort zone and just start doing things. So here I am. I'm taking one of those 11 by 14 thin canvases from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to freehand a flower here using different kinds of paints. Chalk paint, Artesa, metallic paint. I don't know. I just started grabbing. I love doing this. I am speeding it up because this does take me a little while longer. So I'm just going to have you watch as I'm finishing this beautiful flower, and then we're going to frame it. So I'm just about done here with my freehand flower. It's not the best drawing, but hey, you know what? It's mine. Let me know what you think, though. Let me know what you think, how it came out. All right, so I took a couple more of those painter sticks, those thicker ones, and I cut them using my miter saw to 13 inches. Now I'm staining them again with that Waverly antiquing wax, just so that, again, everything is cohesive. And then once everything was dry, the flower painting as well as the frame, we are going to start hot gluing and stapling them, one to the bottom and one to the top. So I forgot that I was going to frame it, and I signed, or I placed my signature right there on the bottom, and I covered a little bit. It's okay though. So again, hot glue and staple it together. I'm only covering it maybe half an inch. That way I'm not covering as much of the painting. So I'm stapling it through the back. That way you don't see the staples. And now I'm just going to drill a couple holes in each side on the top frame. And then I'm going to hang some jute twine, tie it in knots, and that's it, guys. Such an easy way to create some custom artwork, and it doesn't have to be a flower. It can be anything, anything. I love doing this, and like I said, I'm not a big artist. I'm not a big or small artist, but I do like to sometimes just start creating an artwork. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked this one. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. If I had to choose, I'd say it would have to be the boxed bud frame, like decorative piece. That first one, I just really love the way that one turned out. But let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope it inspires you to create your own decorative DIY decor. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and allowing me to inspire you. And again, if you're visiting for the first time, I hope you consider subscribing and joining our YouTube family. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have down below for you. And I'm going to have a playlist here with tons more of inspiration for you. Check it out. I'll see you later, and have a blessed day, guys. Bye.